Chicago protesters are expected to take part in those G8 and NATO demonstrations. Earlier today, many were in court demanding that charges be dropped against those who were arrested during a protest in Grant Park in October. ABC 7's Michelle Gallardo live at Daly Plaza with more from there tonight. Michelle.
Kathy, protesters say that the arrests were illegal because as an act of civil disobedience, they should have been cited but not booked and required to post bonds, something with which a judge appeared to agree with them in court today. What remains to be seen is whether he will also agree that there was a First Amendment violation to their rights as well.
My husband and I were both arrested, and we agreed that this was an unlawful arrest.
Bonnie Ossie Frimpong was one of the nearly 200 people arrested in Grant Park during the month of October as part of the Occupy Chicago protests, a city ordinance that establishes the closure of the park from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily was used to justify the arrests.
This was expressive political activity. It was demonstrating. It was assembling. It was petitioning the Congress for redress of grievances. That's protected under the First Amendment.
The city's attorneys dispute those assertions, saying that while the protesters may feel that they are entitled to the park for those 7 hours, that is not what the First Amendment requires, and that there is no requirement that the city provide people with an alternative. The motion to dismiss the arrests is significant because of what it might mean to the mass protests that are expected to take place during the G8 and NATO summits in May.
This was Mayor Rahm Emanuel being Mr. Tough Guy to show the world that they could come for G8 and NATO. It's as simple as that. There was no need for them to make mass arrests on this night. There was no need to play Mr. Tough Guy, and it was just a big show of force, and it was stupid.
It bears noting that only about half of those arrested are contesting it in court. The other half chose community service as a way to have the charges dismissed. Whether the judge will decide to dismiss the cases, though, might not happen until April or May, and that may be too late to have any bearing on the G8 and NATO summits. Live outside of the Daly Center, I'm Michelle Gallardo, ABC 7 News. Kathy and Alan, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Michelle.